Ellen McCauley at Prairie off in Syracuse, New York. One of the things I repeatedly hear, I mean, besides people saying, when I say, oh, you need to exercise, I know. You need to stop eating this, I know. That's the number one thing I hear. But the number two thing I hear is, I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. I'm just too busy to eat healthy, I'm too busy to shop, I'm too busy to exercise, I'm too busy to pray. I do not have the time. And I want to spend a little time on time, because let's talk about it. Here are 10 surefire tips. They're surefire, everybody. You can take it to the bank and cash them to make the most of 24 hours in a day. The thing is, today is October 31st. Why are you writing off session 24? We have all of November. We can do one of two things. We can stay the same, we can gain weight, or we can lose weight. And whose hands is that in? Ours. Unless your husband is feeding you, like Cleopatra was fed those grapes, these are in your hands. The thing is, when we say we have no time, we really mean that's not a priority for me. Because if something is a priority for you, like, does anyone ever say, I really didn't have time to go to the bathroom today, so I wore a diaper to work? Because I thought the diaper would help me free up my time to go to bed. No, I don't think anyone has ever said that I know of. You make going to the bathroom a priority. And certainly people in this group have never said, I didn't have time to eat today. I've heard skinny people say that. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know it was lunch. I just was so busy. And I'm like, really? Because when it's 12:00, my belly's growling. I want my food, you know? These tips are very good. Live on a daily basis, 24 hours. Don't fret over the future. How many times have we talked about living in the present? Be realistic about how many tasks you want to accomplish. I go to Mass on Sunday at 7:30, and then I make a list for all the things that I think I can do between 8:30 and bedtime. It's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous list in the world. I mean, I even have on there accomplish world peace. I mean, I have stuff on there that I just can't get done on a Sunday. So the thing is, you need to be realistic about what you need to do, and you need to prioritize. Is exercise a priority? Is shopping for healthy food a priority? I do write everything down, and I think it's important. But you know what I do with those things I don't accomplish? I write them down for either the next day, or Wednesday, or Sunday. I put it forward. I write it down. If I do it, great. If I don't, I move it forward. Also, do as best as you can. You know, you don't look at your list and say, it's too much to do, so I'm going to do nothing. Do as much as you can. Avoid frittering away your time on useless and senseless tasks. You wouldn't believe this week especially, I had a lot to accomplish, and so many people said, did you see this on Facebook? And I'm like, geez, I haven't really been on Facebook this week, and they're like, what? How can you go through life and not be trolling through everyone's post? I just really feel sometimes you can really get addicted to that, and all of a sudden an hour goes by and you're going like, love, okay. Most people work from 9 to 5, and that time belongs to the company. I cannot tell you the time that I go in people's office and I'm like, hey, do you think you can? And they're like this. Trying to hide what they're doing on their desk. Or like you're coming up behind them and you're seeing they're reading some book on their computer screen and they're trying to close it as fast as they can. We're there from 9 to 5. We're supposed to work. We're getting paid to work. It's kind of a sin to be cheating on work when you're there at work. Also, you got to get your sleep. It says here, don't wear a watch and stop nagging others about your lack of time. I do think you need to know what time it is. because you need to know if you get a meeting. You don't go into a 9 o'clock meeting at 10 o'clock and say, hey, I gave up what, where to what? Are they going to say, good for you? No. They're going to say, you're fired. Also, but give up saying you're too busy. Because what happens is this. I'll say, oh, you know, I lost my sister, and it was a very devastating time for me, and I did drop you that note, and I hadn't heard from you. And if the person says, oh, I've been really busy, how does that make you feel? Wait a minute. I had a death in the family, a very personal death, and you're saying to me that you were too busy to just pick up the phone or drop me a note. I have been told that by people in my life, that they were too busy for me, and it has hurt me to the core. So I try to never use the B word. I hate the B word, as a matter of fact. If I tell somebody I'm going to call them back, if I was on my deathbed, I'd be like, Bob, bring me the phone. I said I'd call them back. I just feel if you make a commitment, you do it. Also, you got to make time for what's important. What is important? If you go around the room, everyone here is going to say their health is important. Everyone. Family's important. God's important. Health's important. Isn't everyone going to say that? Right? Is anyone going to say that? To heck with health? Who cares about health? No. But do we make time for that important aspect of our lives? God has made us stewards of this life and even of our own schedule. On Monday at work, don't you hear people saying, geez, I wish it was the weekend. We're wishing our lives away. And you know that song, everybody's working for the weekend? It was like #1 for like 52 weeks because everybody is working for the weekend. And the thing is, are we wishing our lives away? Oh, when I get married, I'm not going to pay attention to this part of my life, but when I get married, when I have kids, oh, when the kids are grown up, oh, when I sell the house and move to a smaller place, wishing it away. This is our life. Now, present. We need time to draw close to God, to be present with our family and friends, and to listen and plan. This is the big part, the plan. People do not plan. Our daughter's having a baby in February. We're already planning the trip. We already have our tickets. The first time we've flown together ever in the 30 years we've been together. So start kicking up the prayers now. Also, we need to give priority. And I like what it says here by Lee Iacocca. I like Lee. If you want to make good use of your time, you've got to know what's most important. Is it most important to get your work done or to troll on Facebook? Is it most important to take a walk or mindlessly watch, I don't even know the name of a soap opera, As the World Turns? Is that still on? No. Days of Our Lives. Okay. The things most important to you must become your priority. A priority has the right to take precedence. It has the right. If you say, I'm going to get up at 4:30 and I'm going to ride the bicycle for a half hour, unless there's no power in the house and you can't even see in front of you, you're going to go downstairs and ride the bike because you planned it. It's a priority. You develop it into a rhythm of your life. I have a rhythm. Bob and I love the rhythms, love the routines. If you're a Catholic, you love routine. The Mass is pretty much the same. Pretty much we sit in the same pew. Don't we? Everyone looks, 7:30 Mass. Is Ellen and Bob there? Oh, yeah, they're there. Where's Jean? Oh, there she is. Oh, Joe. I know where Joe and Marge sit, right over there. Because we like it. We like a routine. And there's nothing wrong with that. It says to schedule a day, a month to get away with God. We've never gone on a retreat. I think retreats sound great. You know, you go somewhere, you pray. Let's talk about going on a pray it off retreat. Ha, that'd be fun. Also, take a few hours to plan. This is a very, very good article, and I just want you to really read it. If you want to make good use of your time, I told you, you need to, schedule time for something big. In 1996, a professor from Lemoyne called me and said, I heard you had every playbill from all the plays from 1972 to 1976 at Lemoyne. I said, yeah, I went to every play, the ones I was in and every one that we gave, and I do, I have all those playbills. And he said, well, we don't have an archive. It's 96. Are you with me? 96. I graduated in 76. And he goes, could we get those and make a copy for the archives? I'm like, absolutely. Now, they're in a bin in the basement, and as soon as I can get to that bin, I will bring them over to Lemoyne. 2019, and I haven't quite made it to the bin in the basement that has the playbills from Lemoyne College. And every decade or so, he'll call me, hey, how you doing? I go, I'm going to do it. And see what I mean? You need to plan time, and it hasn't been a priority for me. I feel guilty about it, so I better start thinking about doing it. I'm going to stop right there, Bob, because I'm going to hit you with something.